I am fascinated with the cosmetic surgery, medical aesthetic, and med spa industry because for many years I had a very critical point of view with this industry. I thought it was a vain desire. I thought it was wrong. And I really owe it to my clients who have sat down with me and begun to reset my mindset on the perception of this industry. So what is happening is cosmetic surgery is coming from a different standpoint, a different point of view, in which women are struggling psychologically and physically, really physically, with their appearance. Now, some people might say, well, that's because of Hollywood and that's because of the perception and the standard of beauty that's been set today. But that's not entirely true. And that's what I used to believe. What I'm seeing now is that the aging process between a man and a woman is completely different. It is not the same, and it cannot be compared to being the same. A woman's body, from the moment she starts puberty, has begun this very hard process on her body that in which causes her to age. So from her menstrual cycle every month to then pregnancy, birth, sometimes C-sections, hysterectomies, menopause, and many more things. These all put a toll on a woman's body. I'm quoting Dr. George T. Basong when I say this. And from his point of view, I've learned so much from his experience in his last 15 years of obstetrics and gynecology. He was hearing these stories and testimonials from women in his office weeping on the toll that their body now had. And he began to see that this wasn't just a vain desire that they had. This was a deep, deep psychological and physical pain that they were experiencing. And so from becoming their digital marketer, I began to see a passion and understanding, a deeper understanding on what these women are going through and the blessing and the transformation that cosmetic surgery can give them. There was a conference that we went to, and 800% of women said that if they could have the results of cosmetic surgery without the downtime, where it was affordable, and they didn't have to have surgery, where they had minimally invasive options available to them, they would go through a cosmetic surgery procedure. And what also fascinates me in this industry is that the demand is being met by different companies. Sculpture is one of them, InMode is another. These companies are offering women using technologies, some from radio frequency, heat, and laser, to give women the results that they're looking for. Where my passion comes into play is that I want women to be educated and to understand what is available to them. That information is not as accessible as it should be. It should be accessible. It should be in publications. It should be in news. It should be on the internet. But we're having a hard time finding these things. Why? Because women don't talk about the results that they're getting. Women have this insecurity and maybe even a fear that if they talk about the results that these incredible pieces of technology and these doctors, physicians, medical estheticians are giving them, they're not talking about these things because they're so worried about the way that other women and men will judge them. As much as I support body positivity, women should never be judged on how they choose to heal and repair their bodies. No amount of exercise is going to tighten loose skin. Once your skin has been stretched out, that elasticity is gone. And as we age, the further that we age as women, that tightening process, that collagen, it actually decreases. So for example, as a baby, you're shedding dead skin cells every day. But as you get to be older, that does not happen as frequently. It really slows down. I started my passion in this industry because I used to have terrible skin when I was 15. I used to have terrible acne. I was made fun of. People used to laugh and joke about my skin, or of course offer me 20,000 different solutions that they had for my skin. And it was through a company called Beauty Control that I found incredible results with my skin. And I see what good skin has done for me. I see what good skin has done for other women. And we're not just talking about a boost in their confidence. We're talking about the difference between getting a promotion and not getting a promotion. We're talking about the difference about being a follower versus being a leader. We're talking about the difference of watching a public speaker and being the public speaker. The difference of being mentored and coaching. The difference of being an employee and being a CEO. That is the difference I have seen that good skin has done for women in my circle of friends. And so I'm very passionate about working in medical aesthetics and working with cosmetic surgeons and med spas because their marketing, no offense, is being done wrong. They're so busy pushing out the offers that they're neglecting to teach women on what it actually does. They're neglecting to teach women the difference it can make. And stories are what do that. Stories, testimonials, reviews, social proof. That is what is going to stop someone in their tracks from scrolling on social media and say, wait a second, what's this? What so many other digital marketing companies are doing is they're pushing out the commercial. They're pushing out the commercial side of this business. And that is where it's triggering women in a way where they think, maybe this is just a vanity thing. This is not something I necessarily need. And so they're not clicking to buy. When you have social proof, it triggers something in a woman where she sees, I want that. And it's not a vain desire. It's, I want that healing. I want that boost in my confidence. I want that same smile that she has. I want to be able to get that next promotion, or I don't want to be invisible anymore. And so from these stories, we've been able to do that. What we have found that works is marketing the cosmetic surgeon, marketing the medical aesthetic person, marketing the person in charge of their med spa, the different estheticians. And how do we do this? We do it through educational, first and foremost, educational, then engaging and entertaining content. Social media is not going away. Video is not going away. And all of these different platforms are starting to compete with video content, all the way from Facebook to Google and now TikTok. And some might scoff and say, TikTok, I don't need to be on TikTok. But TikTok has blown up to where it was the most downloaded app during COVID with over 1.5 billion followers. And that was back in March of 2020. That number was last recorded. So since then, it has definitely grown. What some business owners don't understand, and this is what I try to coach people on, is that should you be marketing on social media? Should you be marketing on Google and things like TikTok? Let me answer that question for you. I love the scene from Wreck-It Ralph too. You know, I am a Disney fan. I love Disney. But Wreck-It Ralph and his little friends go into the World Wide Web. They leave the arcade and they go into the World Wide Web. And in the World Wide Web is this beautiful, beautiful metropolitan city. That is what the World Wide Web is. It is in itself a gold mine. I like to refer it fondly as the digital frontier. Many people are not getting on this, and they should be. They should have been 5 years ago, but some people are still hesitant. And so I want to educate you on why you should not be hesitant to do this. Why is it that the internet grew faster than any other invention? If you want to go further back, let's start with the telephone. How many different inventions came into being from that one? We had so many different innovations, all the way from surgery and doctors to engineering to eventually communication. The radio then came out. Suddenly, radio became a new form of technology and communication. Years later, we had the invention of the television, and then we had the invention of the internet. And all of these things have progressed us as a society and a people to where things are happening so fast, most of us can't even catch up. Even with cosmetics and cell phones, all of these different industries are growing at a very rapid rate. Why is that? When you sign onto the web, what is your intention of signing onto the web? Most of us, it is to learn something. We are on the internet because we have access to free communication. If you want to learn anything nowadays, you have access to it through the internet. You can Google almost any question nowadays and find the answer to your question. So social media, Instagram, Pinterest, TikTok, all these different platforms are doing one thing and have one thing in common. They are not only communication platforms, they are a way for people to search and connect to education. And social media has also given us access to this information. Millennials, instead of Googling for a restaurant in their area, they're going to look up a hashtag on Instagram to look at that location and see all the different food items that are on their menu, and from there decide if they're going to choose that location or not. Everything is wrapping around, really, it boils down to education, but social proof can be tied to education, photos can be tied to education, engagement, reviews, all of that is affirming a choice. And so a lot of times we're making choices now based on not just emotional desire, but to have that reiteration from other people in our network, in our communities, that are affirming that yes, you want this. This is the place to be. This is the place to choose. And if you are non-existent on social media, I don't even have to say it. But I guarantee you they're going to choose your competition. Now, the competition is high nowadays because social media has blown up. Google has blown up, and business owners know it's a necessity. So nowadays, it's even more competitive to be on these platforms with video content. So this gets me down to my topic. Video content needs to tell a story. They did a test to see between a business owner that had 5-star reviews and a business owner that had a commercial that showed the layout of their building, which one that customers were more prone to choose. More customers chose the business with the video versus the business that had the 5-star reviews. If a business had a bunch of people out front of it that were all mingling and laughing and having a wonderful time versus a building that had no one in it, which business are you going to choose? You're going to choose the one that looks more fun, right? So business owners think, well, I'll just get on social media and I'll post every now and then. I'll do a little commercial post and just throw it out there and see what happens. But the problem with that is that nowadays, that way that is interpreted is that your business is open one day and closed the next. So it's really important with social media to be present every day at your business, or at least consistently. I tell business owners the minimum you should be doing is 3 posts a week, but you honestly should be posting every single day. And there's a lot of ways that you can post every day. You can post engagement, you can post education, or you can post entertaining content. But video content is what is going to win every single time. It is the fastest way to build a connection with your audience online. I love the line, this is an anonymous quote, "People do not like to be sold to, but they do like to buy. And when they know, like, and trust you, they will buy from you." So the best way that you can do that is to be present on social media. If you had a billboard and you invested $10,000 in a billboard, can you track who is going to look at that billboard? Can you track how many people stopped in traffic to write down the number of your billboard? You can't. There's no way to track that. You can't do that through radio advertisement. You can't do that through television advertisement, which is extremely expensive. And you can't do that through other forms through paper. Now, a lot of people, the way that they used to track paper is they put a coupon in the paper and then people would bring the coupon into the business so they could track it that way. But they couldn't track how many people took the coupon and put it on their fridge and forgot about it. So with social media marketing, we can track that through your ad campaign manager on TikTok, on Facebook, on Instagram. You can track that. Google My Business, you can track how much traffic is going to your website. What's incredible about these data analytics is that when you set up your ad campaign strategies, you can target, okay, I not only want to retarget the people who have gone to my website or shown interest in my video, which just to say are all brand awareness ads. I want to retarget all my brand awareness ads, like my billboard that I put on the highway. I want to retarget anyone who's looked at that and seen interest in it with another ad set.
I want to retarget those for conversion ads. And so I want to target anyone on social media that is scrolling that has a habit of clicking an ad and converting into a lead. I want to retarget those people. That is the power of social media marketing. So not only are you funneling in leads, they're your leads. You're not splitting those leads between Zillow or another advertising agency. Those are your leads that you are paying for, and they're interested in your services. You're not splitting it with Groupon for 50-50 either. They're your leads. So that is what our marketing agency does. We compete to find your ideal client. We sit down with you and we go over that. Who does this person look like? If this person walked into a coffee shop and they sat down with your competitor, what would that customer look like? And we get down to really detailed targeting. And then we create ads that are going to convert those customers to be interested in purchasing your products or services. And I like to say we do this through innovation. So you need the strategy, but you also need the creativity. The way that I can explain this is that you can have a beautiful video and post it organically and it gets no reach. It reaches 200 people. How many leads are you going to get from reaching only 200 people? But if that same ad were not only to reach 30,000 people, it were to reach 30,000 of customers that you believe are your ideal client, now we have something that's going to convert. So my name is Eileen. I am a digital marketing strategist. I'm the CEO of Brightberry Marketing. And we help medical aesthetic, cosmetic surgeons, and med spas find their ideal clients online with beautiful branding, media content that we create through our videography and photography team. We then have an IT team that puts together strategic ad campaigns that target to reach your ideal clients. And our objective is to bring qualified leads into your business. I love what we do because I love that we connect our ideal customers, which are your ideal customers, into the hands of wonderful physicians and licensed medical estheticians that are going to really, to be quite honest, put them on a different life path than what they were before. So I believe that we're making a difference, not just for our clients, but for their clients.